Chapter 1342. Wilbur's attire was swiftly removed with ease. Not wanting to yield, he tore Hannah's expensive evening gown in two pieces, leaving her adorned with only a pearl necklace. After that, a fierce storm of passion ensued. Hannah let out a painful cry, only to be engulfed by a wave of pleasure right after that. After half an hour, the two of them lay on the sofa, drenched in sweat. Hannah clung tightly to Wilbur, her face flushed with happiness. "I'm sorry," Wilbur suddenly said. Hannah shook her head slightly, saying, "Don't say that. I know your relationship with Miss Eve." "Then you?" "I willingly accepted it. I just can't resist your charm." "Don't you think I'm overly infatuated?" Hannah asked with a wry smile. Wilbur sighed, not answering her question. The next morning, Wilbur entered the president's office. He spent the whole morning there before he emerged, heading to Saturn Village. No one knew what they talked about, but after Wilbur came out, the presidential office issued two commands that same afternoon. Firstly, Brady, the finance minister, was relieved of all duties and sentenced to life in prison for corruption. Secondly, the Church of the Fire Dragon Lord was declared the national religion, and the development of the church within the country was to be fully promoted. Those two commands immediately sparked heated discussions across the nation. The people did not resist the promotion of the Church of the Fire Dragon Lord because the church had always been generous to the public, frequently organizing various charity activities. There were already 200,000 believers in the country, so it had a solid foundation. However, news of Brady's imprisonment sparked a lot of debate. He was the third-ranking figure in Ghana and had just been in the office for 2 months. How could he be involved in such a massive amount of embezzlement? Only the very few who knew the inside story could not help but sneer in their hearts. The fact that he had offended Wilbur and not died was already a lucky thing. When Wilbur arrived at the Saturn Village, only Groot was maintaining the operations at the headquarters. The others were still busy in Tyria. Wilbur was in no hurry. This was a major undertaking that needed to proceed slowly with care, in order to prevent the Church of Holy Illuminati from launching a counterattack. He decided to stay here until everything calmed down or until he crushed any counterattack from the Church of Holy Illuminati. So, during that period, he frequently appeared at the Fire Dragon Square in Saturn Village, preaching the doctrine to the believers. On one hand, Wilbur made full use of the methods of the Church of Holy Illuminati. When he preached, a dragon of fire would circle the sky, and fiery clouds filled the atmosphere. Using his spirit, he created various illusions. The sky was filled with a golden light, and sounds of dragons resonated everywhere. There were various halos and melodious hymns that appeared around him, making him seem like a true deity. When the believers saw those images, they were convinced and zealous. They eagerly spread the word that His Holiness the Pope was the reincarnation of the Fire Dragon Lord, that a deity had descended upon them. Within Gango, large crowds of people flocked to Saturn Village to worship. It caused traffic jams in what used to be a remote area. With the increasing number of people, Wilbur had to change from preaching once every 3 days to once a day. After a month, Wilbur was exhausted. The prolonged and intensive use of spirit energy was even taking a toll on him.